I know it's hard for you to believe this and even to accept what you have just gone through, but believe it or not, God has reached in and snatched you right out the hands of a devil, the narcissist. And it is time for you to heal and to get better and to start loving yourself. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to some, depending on when you are watching this video. I want to take an opportunity to upload a video while I have a few minutes just to speak on the subject on how to heal from narcissistic abuse. So in my coaching practice, I run across quite a few people who's having an extremely hard time dealing with recovering from the narcissistic abuse, and I clearly understand that because once again, like I've said before, I am a survivor of narcissistic abuse. So I understand the pain, the suffering, the confusion, the heart brokenness. It's just so many different emotions that you go through once you recover from narcissistic abuse. And so I wanted to take the time out to upload a video about how to recover from narcissistic abuse. So let's really quickly talk about what it is, because I think that we're able to recover from things a lot better if we know the etiology or the underlying factors to what's going on. Sometimes, if you're anything like me, I like to have a how and why to my situation. Okay, so let's go back. If you remember the last video I posted, it's about women being fooled by these knight in shining armors, the narcissistic guys. And once again, if you haven't watched my video before or you haven't become aware with my work, once again, I am a woman's empowerment coach, and so I speak to the woman. But understand that this goes either way. There are narcissistic men and women both out here. So because I'm a woman, I'm going to come from a perspective of a woman. So with that laid on the table, let's talk about really what happens. And so in my coaching practice, I have quite a few women who have talked to me and come to me, and they are absolutely devastated. And I understand. I get it. I feel you. I've been there. And they're devastated because they're in that what just happened space in their lives. They don't understand what happened. They don't understand how did they get to where they are. And the first thing I want to say, if I don't say anything else, is that love yourself. Love on yourself. It is not your fault. It is not your fault. It is nothing that you have done, nothing that you could do, and nothing that you could have done to prevent this from happening. Okay, from preventing this breakup from happening. Now, there are some things that you could have done to prevent it from the relationship from occurring, but the breakup is nothing that you could have done. So let's basically focus on what has happened. And so understand that when you are in a narcissistic abuse or a narcissistic relationship, first and foremost, you are not going to come in on equal playing grounds. And what do I mean by that? What I'm saying is that you're coming in ready to love and to give your heart and to establish a relationship with someone, to get married, to have kids, or a long-term relationship, whatever it is that you have. Definitely loyalty. You're going to be faithful. You're going to be kind. You're going to be, you're just going to do everything that most people will want to have in a relationship, right? So you're going to meet this person, and this is what we all have, and we're looking for something steady, something loyal, someone to love us, and someone for us to love, right? Understand that when you're with a narcissist, that you don't know he's a narcissist, that they are not coming in with the same idea that you have. Understand that they will come in and pretend like that's the same idea that you have, but they don't, because they understand that they know that this is what is going to get them in the door, right? Their lies, their deceit, their manipulation is going to get them in the door with you, right? So they have to come in with that mask on. They can't come in and pretend like well, they can't come in as themselves. Excuse me, I have a little cold here. But they can't come in as themselves, right? They can't come in saying, I'm a manipulator, I'm a liar, I'm going to destroy you, I'm going to do these various things. They can't do that, right? Because if you knew that they were this type of person, you absolutely would not date them. I don't think you would. No healthy person is going to date a toxic person knowingly, right? We're not going to do that. And so what happens is that individual has to come in, and they have to come in with their best face. And I'm not talking about, relationships where we meet people and we say, well, they sent their best representative, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about someone who comes into it knowing that he or she is going to destroy you. That is their prime goal, is to destroy you, right? So you meet this individual and you think this person's amazing, right? They're telling you all the things you want to hear. You believe, like, this is my soulmate, he's my everything. Well, let's go back. What has happened is you spent time talking to this guy. This person has groomed you. You spent time sharing your intimate feelings with this guy. You've talked about your hurts, your pains. I mean, hey, that's what we do when we date. We're in relationships. We're trusting people with our hearts. Now, this person is going to tell you, oh, I'm going to protect your heart. Because they have to. They're not going to say, I'm not going to protect your heart. They're not going to tell you, I'm going to destroy you. They're not going to tell you, I'm going to leave you at the end. They're not going to tell you, I'm going to triangulate you. They're not going to tell you that they're going to take and run your name all through the mud. They're not going to tell you that, right? Because they're in it to get something. They're in it to gain something from you. So they have to come in as your friend, as your lover, as your soulmate, as your husband. They have to come in like that, right? So understand that part is not, you weren't aware. You weren't aware. So I don't want you to beat yourself up. I don't want you to continue to say you're a bad person, because you aren't a bad person. You came in it with loyalty in your mind. This person that is coming to the game, remember, this is not an even field, right? It's not like you're coming in with one intention and they're coming in with a completely different intention, but they're not telling you that, right? So you're already being misled. You're being misguided, right? You're being manipulated. And so what happens is that you get to know this person. You're telling them things, and all the things you're telling them, your secrets, everything, and they're vowing to keep them safe. They're not going to keep them safe. At the end, they're going to use all of that to destroy you. All of your secrets to destroy you. Everything that you think is safe, they are not going to keep it safe. They're going to tell other people. They're going to destroy you, and they're going to tell your family. You're not going to know about any of this. That comes after, when you find out, during the discard phase. But understand that, like I said, it's not your fault. And generally, when I speak to people in my coaching practice, I want to focus on you. I don't really want to focus on them, right? Because we don't want them to come into our lives. So what I want to do is focus on you and how you cannot attract the same thing again, how you cannot repeat allow the same thing to show up. Because this person is a master manipulator. And understand that this person, say they're 40 years old when you meet them, they've had maybe 30 years of practice, right? You have none. They've been doing this all their lives. So they are master manipulators, master schemers, master soul snatchers, okay? These people are, I want to say they're demonic. That's my opinion. It's my channel. I'm allowed to say what my opinion is. We know there's good against evil, right? These people are not good, so they're definitely evil. They are soul snatchers. They're coming to destroy your soul. And one day I'm going to post a picture of how I looked before and how I look now, and you would not believe it's the same person, because my soul was being snatched. My soul was being siphoned out of me like a vampire. These people are vampire-ish soul snatchers, okay? I've seen it. I've seen the way people have transitioned. If you look at some people and you say, hey, some of your friends like, man, they've really changed. They're really going through. Well, they're attached to a soul snatcher, really. Basically a vampire, an energy vampire, There's many terminologies for these people. But I want to tell you that it's not your fault. I know it's hard. I know you're going through a lot. But the most important thing is that you need to start to love on yourself, to care for yourself, and know that you didn't know this was going to happen. You didn't. But what we need to do is focus on you loving on yourself and you not going back to that abuse. I know it's hard. I know it's traumatic. It's the best word I can use. It is very traumatizing, because at one point this person was your everything, and now they're gone, right? because they've discarded you, they've dropped you, and you didn't see it coming. Or perhaps you did see it coming, because truth be told, we see the red flags, but we kind of overlook them because they train us they gaslight us. They train us to second guess ourselves. And so it's almost like, don't believe your lying eyes. When you know you saw it and you know what's going on, but they're such good master manipulators. These people can sell ice cubes to Eskimo. I'm telling you, they are great at what they do. Plenty of practice. The bottom line is that somewhere along the line, they were traumatized, right? Something happened to them. And the other bottom line is, a lot of people don't like to talk about this, but usually the people that attracted the narcissist has also been traumatized, right? We've been traumatized as well, right? But we chose to hold on to our souls and become better people, or to do something better, go into ministry or something, helping other people, because we don't want them to suffer the way we did. Those narcissistic people didn't. They pretty much sold their soul. They went the opposite direction. They separated with their soul and they decided to go on the dark side. There's no other way to explain it, because when you think about the Bible, if you're a person of faith, it tells you the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. The narcissist does all of that. All of it. Understand that the devil is not this person out here with a red pitchfork. It is not one person. It is many. The Bible talks about it being many. It's minions. And so if a person has sold their soul, they have invited that type of energy into their spirit. They've invited it. They've let it come in for whatever reason, whether they felt as though they needed more power, whether they felt less than and they wanted to feel better than. It is a whole spiritual battle going on out here, guys. I'm telling you, it's good against evil. It is a whole spiritual battle, and these people are destroying people. These survivors, or the people who've gotten out of abusive relationships or gotten discarded, some people are killing themselves. They are suicide. They're calling me. I'm talking to these people, and you know, it's sad that I had to go through it, but I thank God because I have the experience, and when I can talk to people, I can give you my experience. This is just not book knowledge for me. This is experience on how I had to save myself, how I got away, and thank God. God pulled me out of it and allowed me to get up and get myself together and go through a whole spiritual awakening, where I was already a woman of faith. But you know what? When I found out, listen, at one point, I knew the devil was real. You know, I read about it. I was raised in church, but man, I really knew it was real when I ran into this individual. And so I want you to know that, yes, I have the experience. I am a coach. My information is listed below. But besides all that, understand, love yourself. It's not your fault. I can't say it any other way than it's not your fault. But what I don't want you to do is go crawling back to the thing that destroyed you, because it destroyed you. If it didn't finish you off the first time, it's going to finish you off. That narcissist is going to finish you off. And what I mean is, he's going to mess with your mind, your spirit, your soul. He is coming to destroy you, right? He's going to. That's why they don't give you closure, because they want to always have access to your spirit. And so what you have to do is shut it down. You have to go no contact. You have to stop calling them. You have to stop looking at them on social media. You have to stop asking about them. You have to just disappear off the grid. Do not contact them, because they already know that you're going to do that. I had one narcissist that told me, I knew you were going to come back, because they've done it for so long. They know their victims return. I read somewhere where it said victims sometimes return 7 times. Let that not be you. Let that not be you. Do not go back to the devil. Do not go back to the demon. Do not go back to that negative energy. They mean you no good. They're going to call you, right? They're going to call you and they're going to tell you, oh, I was thinking about you. Oh, I messed up. Oh, I was worried about you. Oh, COVID is, they're going to come in with every sob story they can. It's an act, guys. It's not real. It's an act. They've been doing it for years. They know what to say. They know how to come in. They know that you are down right now, right? And so they came in before when you were down, right? So they're going to come back again when you're down, because they like to use their power to destroy people. And they're never going to. We spend a lot of time in our relationship, think about it, trying to get them to love us the way we thought they were loving us in the beginning. And they never did. Think about it. They never could be the same person they were when we first met them. You know why? Because that person was not real. It wasn't real. It was all an act to get what they needed from you. Because remember, they need you for energy. They need you to be able to feed into their false identity. They needed that from you. And when we goo-gooed and gagaed and loved all on them and soothed them and pet them down and and got on social media and claimed how wonderful they were, and we told our family, we even took up for them when we knew they were wrong. When our family was telling us don't do that, or he's not good for you, we swore, we stood by their back. We wanted to prove to them they were loyal. You know why? Because usually they come to us with a story of the past person that wasn't loyal. That's a lie too. Because if you think about it, they never allowed you to meet the ex or the other. They won't let you do that. And generally they won't let you meet their family, because unless the family's lying for them, because they don't want the stories to they know the stories are not going to add up. They know the truth is going to slip out. They sometimes don't want, most of the times they don't want you around their so-called friends, because they know somewhere the truth is going to come out, and you're going to understand that they've been lying to you the whole time. So they like to isolate you. It's all abuse. They isolate you so they can talk crazy to you, to get you to convince you that they're this person that they're not. Think about some of the stories they've told you. Many of the stories they've told you, every story they've told you, let's say every, not many, they are the hero. They always tell these grandiose stories about how they did this and how they did that and how they did this. And then nobody understands them. Nobody loves them. Nobody will give them a break. Nobody knows the real them. And guess what? You're the person who gets to know the real them. They tell that to every person that they meet. Understand that what you're feeling now, the last person felt. What you're going through now, the last person went through, because a narcissist has a disorder. It is a personality disorder. They're demonic to me, but you can't fix it. You were not put on this earth to fix it. And so no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to fix it. What you're going to do is destroy yourself trying to fix something that's not for you to fix. Only the good Lord above can fix that person. And that person doesn't believe in God. And then they will pretend like they do, but they don't believe in a godly power. They may believe in what they would call a higher power, but hey, that's a different God than I serve, and you serve too, right? There's many gods, right? I serve the Most High God. They come in and tell you they do, right? Because it's to get you. But all you have to do is, like the Bible says, try the spirit by the spirit. Watch the fruit that it produces. If you're around somebody and they have nothing, and you have to do everything for them, and they're telling you this sob story about, oh, life has been hard, my grandmother died, my mother died, no. I'm 52 years old, and I've lived as long as a lot of people have lived. And guess what? Those things have happened to me too. And there's nothing that stops me from going out here and doing what we need to do to get on our feet in a positive manner, not destroying people, right? But these people are going to come to you with every sob story you can think of. I'm telling you. And that's because they've destroyed everything previous to them, right? So they're going to come to you with this sob story, hoping that you will save them. And listen, here's the thing. Sometimes we have to stop interrupting people's karma, right? Because what they're getting is their karma from the destruction that they've caused before they've met you. But we want to come in and be Mr. Misfix it. And we want to fix these things that is not for us to fix. It's for us to leave alone and let them to live their karma. So it is so many videos I want to do. But right now, I just want to tell you that it's not your fault. Reach out to me if you like to. It's alignwithdrkellydiane.com, www.alignwithdrkellydiane.com. I am on Instagram. I am on Facebook with the same name. You can find me. A free consult. Let's talk about how we can get your life on track. Once again, I've been you. I'm a survivor. It's just not book knowledge. I'm a survivor. I've spent hours studying this disorder. I've spoken to many people. I've even written a book about the wounds that were caused us to be attracted to that type of person, right? It's so much out there that we need to read to learn to be a better person and walking out in the light and the love and not attract these type of people. We are probably fixers. We want to fix people, right? We can't fix anybody, but what I need you to do is fix yourself, right? Because I don't want to see anybody else go through this. I went through it. Thank God you're alive, you survived. If you're watching this, you survived it. You got out, but I need you to stay out now. I need you to stay out. I need you to believe in yourself. I need you to love yourself. I need you to understand that you did nothing wrong. You couldn't have sexed him right. You couldn't have swung around a pole right. You couldn't have paid his bills right. You couldn't have given him money right. You couldn't have taken care of his kids right. It is nothing you could have done, because guess what? The goalpost is going to keep changing with them, because it's never meant to be met. It's not even designed for you to get, as they say in football, a touchdown. You know why? Because it's not even real. He's not real. The situations are not real. The stories they're telling you are not real. They don't like you. They don't like themselves. I hate to tell people this, but the reality is people are like, but he loved me. He didn't love you. He didn't. They don't understand love. They don't know what love is. They don't love themselves. And the reality is, then this is for anybody. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love anybody else. And there's nothing that you can do to make a person love you. It is nothing that you can do. But what you can do is love yourself and stop destroying yourself in order to prove your worthiness to somebody who's not loving you back. You're sticking around 10, 15, 20 years for a man to ask for marriage, or you're sticking around to prove that you're a better person than the last person. But guess what? That sister before you probably was a bad somebody. She probably was amazing, right? He's not going to tell you that, because they separate. They cause divisiveness. They don't want us to get together and talk to each other because the stories are not going to add up, right? But what you will realize is that the next person he's with right now, because he's with somebody. He was with somebody when he was with you. He's doing the same thing with them. He's destroying them too. Because it's just a disorder, right? And we just thank God and we praise God that you have escaped, that you've gotten out. I know it doesn't feel good. I know it's hurtful. I'm here for you if you need to talk and get through it. And I can share more information with you, but I'll be posting more videos. Sorry for the long length of time in between. It's been a lot going on. I have a lot of projects I'm working on, but I just wanted to stop in really quickly just to tell you to love yourself. You can get through it. You can make it. I know the days get hard. I know it gets lonely. Because you're going through a detox. You're being detoxed from that demonic negative energy that was in you, and it's hard. It's almost like being detoxed from a drug, but you can do it. You can do it. Just hang in there. You got this. You can do it. Contact me if you need to. My number is 443-502-0552. All of my information is listed on the website. Reach out if you need someone to talk to. Okay, and I hope you guys have a great day. Remain the beautiful soul.